show, SUM HUSS. I am Leo, and I'm here with my good buddy Donny, and we are talking about the Denver Nuggets, and most specifically, frustratingly enough, we are talking about the Game 6 uh, massacre. That is, I feel like, the best word and the best description. Donny, good to see you, man. Wish we were talking on better terms. How you feeling right now?
Honestly, man, past 24 hours just kind of felt down. I'm trying to reshape it in my head because, you rewind back to '02, especially I got to witness what I thought would be the worst game we played in the second game, and we happened to one up that last night.
Oh,
Um,
we one upped it in the first quarter.
right. And so I kind of felt I'm trying to reshape it
Yeah.
because you and I have talked about after going down 0-2, we would bite someone's hand off for a game seven.
Hmm.
However, it's the fact that we're going into game seven playing the worst game we played all series. So I'm still confident. However, I mean I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm nervous. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, I am feeling like we are going to it's going to be a close game.
Mhm.
I'm not confident about the outcome. Um but I do think we're going to win on account of this, which is Jamal Murray cannot possibly play bad. I guess he didn't play bad in game 2. He played okay. He cannot possibly play bad for 13 games,
Mhm.
or at least the last 7,
Yep.
or last 6. And
Mm.
it's just been oof.
Dude.
And if we go back to that Lakers series, he had some big shots, but it was on 3 of whatever shooting.
Mhm.
So I just feel like he's bound to have a breakout game, right, Donnie? He's, I want to be frustrated and mad at him, which I am, but I'm also like, he's our guy. He's not gonna. I don't know. I
It's
feel like
who
he's gonna.
Yeah, and it's who we got. And like you keep saying it, and I trust it because you're right. He cannot have this many bad games
No.
in succession in moments that he has always flourished, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
He's bound to have one. He's. I mean, I feel like tomorrow, the stage is right.
it
It's
is.
perfect for him.
It is. Um, it was very much flashbacks to game two.
Hmm.
Like overall, just and it was crazy how it started because I think we went up what 9-2, a nice
Oh,
run that we
oh, it
had.
was
I
great.
We were
Oh,
running, man. We were feeling it. I think Joker had a nice little dunk.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden they get a timeout and they look like we do coming out of timeouts. And it never got better. It just kept getting worse and worse.
They were
Was
passing around Mike's secret stuff in that huddle. I guarantee it, man. That's what it was. I swear. Because you're right. They come out of that huddle and it's like
it,
5 Michael Jordans.
bro, it was the Monstars and the Toon Squad all in one. It was
Gosh.
I you know,
We were just a monstrosity.
yeah, and I want to get your take on this because not gonna lie, I had a lot of my eyes were in my hands for a lot of that game.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. I think most of us were like that.
yeah, Joker looked a bit off. Now, saying that, he didn't really have a bad game. He just didn't look like we expect him to look as the three-time MVP, probably the best player on the planet at the moment. But I think, and tell me this, is it because we weren't getting the right movement from the other players, or was it Joker's fault? Because I struggle finding the balance there, right? Like he's so efficient when it comes to finding players, creating, especially out of that double team, right? And I don't just want to sit there and blame the other players. So I don't know. I want the coach's perspective is what I want.
Well, it's hard for him to be him when we miss 6 to 10 wide open threes. I mean, he had what, 2 assists?
Yeah.
And I feel
Um,
like that's not because of a lack of passing, that's because of a lack of shot making. So um I don't know, man. I feel like I don't I'm not blaming one teammate, but I can't think of one that really showed up besides Nikola, but also 22 points is unacceptable when you're getting worked.
mhm.
We need you to shoot more. But I don't know, man. We gotta
And
if the three is not falling, we have to go to the basket. And I don't know.
it, it's strange to me because we are actually the lowest volume shooting 3-point team, right? In
Yep.
the league.
Yes.
It seems like when we miss a lot, we all of a sudden start putting up more and more and more.
Yeah. Like
I
that's
mean,
the solution.
it
That's how we fix it, is by shooting more bricks.
yeah, dude, we're trying to just jam this square peg into this round hole. It's not working.
Dude.
Why get away from what has got us to this point? And that kind of goes to a lot of the threes were forced.
Mhm.
There were a lot of open threes, but we can even get even more in rhythm when we go down into the post, when we're
Mhm.
working that high low with AG and Joker, get those kickouts, especially, I mean, Michael Porter Jr., when he's wide open, I'll put my house on that,
Oh, absolutely.
you
He
know?
didn't shoot well. He hasn't shot well the last couple games, but
Mhm.
and they haven't been terrible, but it hasn't been what he's been shooting the last 3 weeks. And I think he'll find that back too. I think game 7, we're gonna see a completely different squad.
Yeah. We're gonna see, I mean, here it is. Like I said, it's just funny how your emotions go up and down. We go down 0-2. I go to that game, or we both did, and we both had to witness what we thought would be just, that was terrible. And I'm sitting there like I want to believe, but it was tough to believe. And then all of a sudden
Yeah,
we win three straight in very dominating fashion. And then last night happened. However, it's I have to remember Minnesota's a good team, right?
they are.
They're a very good team. And
They
I mean
are.
they shot very well. And to back up kind of what we were talking about with 3-point, we shot 19.4%. That is awful.
Yeah.
I mean, that is horrendous.
Yeah.
30% from the field.
Yeah.
I, there's no way we shoot that terribly in a game 7 at home when we have the best player on the planet.
I agree, especially two of those games in a row.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, having Mike Conley back really helped them. Ant didn't have to facilitate as much. He said that in his presser. And you saw it. Ant got to be Ant, and Mike had a great game too. Um,
Hmm.
I guess they all had a great game. Um, but I don't know,
What
man.
what are your thoughts on Mike Conley? He made, I mean, because you mentioned it in the last pod about doubling Ant, just straight up blitzing even before
Mhm,
he dribbles.
mhm.
And you said we can't do that when Conley's in there. And we're spot on. He adds another dimension. I mean, he's a wily veteran who doesn't seem to age.
Oh my gosh, right? No joke.
Yeah.
It's frustrating. He's the point guard that team needs.
Hmm.
He's not shot happy, but he's also not afraid to pull the trigger,
Yeah.
and he knocks it. So he's a good decision maker, and that's good for them. I'm so happy for them. But you know, I I'd take our guy over him any day.
Yeah. Agreed. Um, yeah. I mean, I think we hit on it, man. Like,
We shake it off and move on, man. It was the worst game in Nuggets history. So,
yeah.
well, not in history, but you know what I mean.
Of of this team probably in the playoffs, right?
Yeah,
You know.
yeah,
But hey, it was not an elimination game.
yeah.
I'd be feeling so down today if that was an elimination game. But no, you have to remember those three previous games where we got this lead. I mean, you and I before this series started, we said this is going 7.
Yeah.
So it just happened in a very odd way.
Mhm.
I
Who wins tomorrow wins it.
agree.
Wins it all.
I agree.
They're taking the Larry Brown trophy.
Hmm. Yep, I agree. Um, yeah, just hoping the Knicks get it done tonight so that it's at a good
Oh
time
man,
tomorrow. So I can watch it.
I
Um,
they are
honest,
gonna whoever
I,
they're gonna get worked,
yeah,
in my
um,
opinion. But anyway,
yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I, I, I'm pretty sure before we basically we took out all the starters. We had zero
Mm.
bench points.
No.
I can't necessarily confirm that, but like when you look at the guys who actually get meaningful time, I'm not even going to count Peyton Watson with one. Um, but CB had two, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure those both came in garbage time. But
No.
yeah.
Well, honestly, Jamal had 2 points, truthfully.
Hmm.
His other eight came when we were down 25 plus.
Yep.
Um, man, 1 for 11. Jeez. But I also love his confidence. He's like, yep, it sucked. We move on.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I personally have that type of mental fortitude to bounce back from a game like that.
Yeah.
And we've seen it, man. Like he
Mhm.
was it game three that he just went off after basically playing terribly, you know?
In this series, he
Was
had
it
24, I think is what he had.
oh, sorry, not going off, but showed
That's
improvement.
cool. No, but
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we need from him is
Yeah.
20 to 25.
And be a threat. I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm not doubting he hasn't been a threat. I think you have to give Minnesota a lot of credit, right? Very good defensive team, best in the
Oh,
NBA
man. Ant
for
is
sure.
just relentless.
Hmm.
Jaden McDaniels is relentless.
Yeah. Um, and they shot well. I mean, they were 46% from the field and 37.5 from three, which isn't terrible, but when you're only shooting 19 from three and
Yeah.
we put up 36 threes, it's a lot. So
Doggy butt.
yeah, room for improvement. And I mean, we've shown we can be awake. We've shown it in the last three games prior to this one.
Hey, man.
Um,
Yeah. Lots of growth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Room for improvement. Oh, my God. That sent me. Yeah. I would agree.
I should have used that in your class the other
Oh, man.
day. Um,
Yeah.
do you
The room for improvement room.
yeah, we've got the Nuggets in the reflection room right now for sure.
Oh,
Uh
yeah. Why are
yeah.
we here? How are we going to change?
Yeah. All right. So what's just give me two very basic things, and it can be something we've already said that you want to see in this next game from us.
Okay. We have to get Nikola going early. He's got to take shots early. We got to get him good looks early. I don't even care if he makes them. Doesn't matter. We
Mhm.
just need to get him going into some sort of rhythm. We have to commit to our screening. We need to devise a plan to hide Jamal on defense.
Yes. Yes.
Love him to death, but it reminds me of the playground. We are just getting picked on.
Yep. Yep.
So anyway, those are my three. And I think all three are attainable.
Mhm.
What about
Mhm.
you, Donnie?
I want to see the defensive intensity that we've had from those previous three games. Um, getting in passing lanes, making them feel uncomfortable, doing things that they did to us in those first two games and last night. Okay.
Yes.
Match that intensity because we know that they're also going to have that intensity.
Show some
And
huss, boys. Show some
yes,
huss.
and the last one, hustle plays. I understand that you might be able to say the two are the same. I don't think
No,
so.
no.
Like roll back to AG on that one, and I think it was game five
Hmm.
when he tips the ball past Ant, chases it down past
Yeah.
McDaniels, and then
Yeah.
just throws it down. It
Yeah.
is plays like that that make a difference, especially in a game seven against a team that is as stingy as the Timberwolves are, right?
Yeah.
It's
Hmm.
a very, very stingy defense. They are not going to allow you a lot. You have to find ways to get easy buckets. And hustle is a great way to go about that. So that's where I'm at. And yeah, just hit shots. But and frankly, I totally echo all of what you said. Joker has to get shots up early. We have to find a rhythm with him because whether we want to admit it or not, and we do, everything runs through him.
Yeah. That's
Everything.
okay. That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So Um,
and others have to do their job. Like he will probably do his.
yeah,
He cannot have a 7 turnover game. Can't have
no,
that.
mm-mm.
And but he hasn't in a long time, so we're good. But he's got to find the pass, and we've got to hit the shot.
Yep,
And I know
yep.
that sounds so ridiculous, but that's what this game is.
Hey man, game seven, the smallest thing could determine the game. An
Mhm.
offensive rebound. Uh,
Mhm.
you
A
know,
hustle defensive play from Jamal.
yes,
Oh,
diving for the ball.
a friend of mine, a coworker of mine, a guy, super good basketball mind. He told me this today, and it really stuck. He said Jamal is not, and maybe he nicked this from somebody, but he said Jamal is not a big time defensive guy,
Mhm.
but he's a big time defensive play guy.
Yes.
He will make the
Yes.
big time defensive play, but he's not a big defense guy. And I was like, holy cow,
Mhm.
Gene, thank you for that. I appreciate you, my man.
Yeah. He'll
So
that doesn't like doing it for 48 minutes, but will do it in the fourth.
or just even, because of his size, it's hard for him to, even when he tries, you know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like I don't want to sit here and say Jamal's not trying. He's definitely
No,
trying.
yeah, yeah.
It's
It's just you're 6'3",
Mhm.
and Ant is not.
And I feel
Cat
like
is not.
the vertical leap is a little different as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know, man. I think that we have the best player.
Mhm.
They might have a better defensive team. I think we have the better offense, and that's what wins games. So, um,
Yeah.
but
That's
defense wins championships. So we got to bring the defense as well.
yeah. And defense is not it's not tact in my opinion, it's not tactical. It's awareness, it's communication, and it's
Hustle.
hustle.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
show some Haas.
Yes. ACH. AC.
Yeah.
Awareness. Wait, what was C again?
Communication.
Communication. Thank you.
Yeah.
And hustle. There you
Yeah.
go. AC.
Boom. Ack. We need some ack on Sunday. Let's do it, boys. Leo.
Or Atch. I don't know.
Ack.
ATCH. I don't know, man. I'm
Yeah.
so tired, dude.
It's
I'm ready for the end of the school year. These kids are done with me. I'm done with these kids. I'm just kidding.
right. Your
I'm
focus
I'm
needs
gonna
to be fully on
oh,
playoffs.
I know, man. I'm gonna miss the crap out of these kids, but that's a crying sesh for later.
Yeah.
Dude, I know we are fully Nuggets focused. I didn't tell you this. Or
Mhm.
maybe I did. We did in one of my classes yesterday. And so we're never doing this again. We did a score prediction.
Oh,
And if you wanted to go to seventh grade, you had to choose the right winning team. I didn't care what the score was, but if you want to go to seventh grade, you had to choose the correct winning team. And they all chose the correct winning team. Unfortunately, it turns out, Donnie, our selections, and I didn't realize this, were for game 7.
okay.
It wasn't for
Okay.
last night.
Okay.
So that
Hmm.
communication piece.
Hmm.
We decided
Gotcha.
as a class that those were the score predictions for Sunday's game. We made that very clear today.
Yep. Yep. I couldn't agree more. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So go
All right.
Nuggets, man.
Yeah. Let's go Nuggets.
God. So
Any last comments about this past game or the game coming up?
do your job, boys.
Yeah.
Do your
Yeah.
job and we move on.
To quote Bill Belichick, do your job.
Do your job.
All right. Can you remind the people for us, my friend?
Everyone, please do not forget to watch the Nuggets on Sunday and show some us.
Go Nuggets.